What do you reckon, Alexandra? The Prime Minister of Australia likely to follow his Commonwealth cousin here?
It has always been my belief that the vaccine saga will end up the same way that big tobacco did, with an enormous amount of lawsuits triggered by one very small admission. And this type of thing coming from Rishi Sunak, can you imagine the amount of evidence behind and pressure to this decision that has led him to say this? Because he didn't say this lightly, and they didn't offer this lightly. And I'm sad to say that countries like Australia, we are followers. It's going to be a long time before someone like Albanese admits that the line that him and all of his state premiers have been running was wrong and might have endangered people. So all I can say is thank goodness that the UK has taken a small step for the rest of us, because it's going to take someone like the UK to lead this charge. And I just hope that the victims and those involved can see this as a glimmer of hope.
I feel most sorry for people who knew they were taking the vaccine for no medical reason, but simply because they needed to do it to keep their jobs. And you have a friend whose story, she was in the nursing profession, and her story is absolutely heartbreaking. Without giving any names and places away, Alexandra, just tell us this.
So this woman was a nurse. She was middle-aged. She'd been in the profession for many decades. She had had to take forced leave because in Australia you cannot be in the nursing profession without being vaccinated. And so after running down all of her savings and then being unable to afford her mortgage, she made the very tough decision to take the vaccine so that she could have her job back. And 48 hours later, she went to bed and her son found her dead in bed the next morning. Now, of course, they are still refusing to rule on whether that was a vaccine death, but I mean, you can view that how you wish as from the information available, but this sort of story is tragic because that woman did not want to take the vaccine. It wasn't in her best interest, but to keep her job and to keep her house, she made that decision and it cost her her life.